1-877-469-4322. Okay, joining us now on the line is Christy Mihos, who lost that very, very contested close primary back in 1990 for the state Senate seat that Bob Hedlund still occupies. Christy is now running for governor. Christy, what's the story with all these lawsuits against you? I read from the Cape Cod Times here this morning, lawsuits. Mihos owes more than $600,000 in bills. What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't. And there is one lawsuit that was filed. It was, against the business, certainly, and how, business is business, and business disagreements happen in life, and they happen all the time, and, you try to square them away, and if they if they have to go to court, they go to court, but it's not personal. It's certainly not against the campaign. I don't have a personal guarantee with this, but I'm just, we'll deal with it. I'm just not going to let anybody run roughshod over me because they want to, a Globe reporter will write a story or do something because in a political season. Certainly, I've always you know me. I mean, I've always been a stand-up guy and not a fit-in type of guy. And whether it's the Turnpike back in '01 when I voted against doubling the tolls or taking on Bechtel or firing Jim Aloisi because he wouldn't substantiate an $800,000 bill.
But the question now, Christy, do you owe Noonan Petroleum $634,000 or anywhere near that?
We say no. We say no, and we're willing to go to court to square it away. We'd love to settle it with them, but it's we still buy from them on a daily basis. We're good friends. We've been doing business with them for decades, but a number of terms have changed here that make it very difficult for us. So we'll take this thing on.
Are you having financial problems?
No, and I'll look at. Absolutely, positively not. When we sold out last year, luckily my wife has a good head on her shoulders. She put the money basically into 4 stocks: Google, Apple, Amazon, and Intuitive Surgical. We do very, very well. We have properties that we lease out. Things are very good, but I'm just not going to roll over because someone wants to. A Globe reporter wants to write stories in a politically charged season.
But he couldn't write the story. I know you're angry about Frank and Frank Phillips, the Globe reporter, but he couldn't. Well, you've mentioned him twice now, but he couldn't write this if the complaint hadn't been filed in court, and Noonan Petroleum says you owe him over $600,000.
That's one-sided. You haven't seen our response. We weren't given a chance to respond to this particular story by the Globe. And, it's very easy to get hold of me. Everybody has my cell phone. It's on the website.
What's your response then, Christy?
My response is that we don't believe we owe that type of issue, and that we're trying to work these things out.
How much do you owe them?
We're working on that right now as we speak.
$500,000?
We're working on that as we speak, Howie. But it's something that's going to go to court, and we'll work it out in court. I'm not going to work it out on WRKO on the Howie Carr Show. These things.
Don't forget WXTK. Don't forget WXTK.
XTK,
WHYN, WVON.
The entire thing. You got it. But these business disagreements, Howie, you were in a business disagreement last year or so. They go to court, you try to work it out, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. But we're going to try and work these things out as we always do.
I'm still hoping to get fired.
Pardon?
I'm still hoping to get fired.
But look at.
I'll take a bullet for Pete Shepard.
You do whatever you want, but we're going to do the best we can. And,
okay, now listen. What about the other three? These three former consultants. Now, how much do you owe them?
Nothing.
You owe them nothing?
They've all been paid. They've all been paid. the PR guy resigned on September 30th. We have his resignation. We paid him an extra month of his salary, of his fee, rather, walking away amicably. And it just sometimes it just never works. The Rick Wilson thing, that has been paid. The other fellow, that's been paid. There is no complaint of the
Mr.
three that have been
Fudge,
filed.
the web designer. Have you paid Mr. Fudge?
Yes, we have.
You haven't fudged on any invoices that he sent you.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. But, there are some issues there that we're going to take on, too. They crashed our website for a couple of days, and you just don't do that.
Did you really try to trap him into finding out those emails that were quoted in the Globe story? That was kind of embarrassing if they're true. I mean, those are real emails that you sent him saying that he had that you'd tried to set him up so that you could see whether he leaked material to the press? Did you do that?
These are our people leaking material that is sensitive and all. You can't allow this stuff to happen. So, I mean, what is it right or is it wrong? It's wrong what they did, and we had to find out.
Doesn't it seem like, I mean, you want to be the governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I mean, this is called micromanaging to the nth degree. I mean, why don't you just fire the guy if you think you got a problem? I mean, you're setting up these like Inspector Clouseau type of scenarios. We did part company with them. They've all been paid, you just got to move on. But we're moving on with our message. I heard today that New Hampshire had a great December, 7.8% up in retail sales, and we were flat or down. Those are the real problems that when you pass the sales tax and do what they did, you're just killing this state. But we're going to fight these things as they come along. It's a business disagreement. It's nothing personal. So you're going to be in court against Noonan Petroleum on Friday. Is that correct?
I don't know how it's going to turn out. If we have to be there, we'll be there.
Well, it's not good. I mean, it's whether it's good, whether you're in the right or they're in the right. It's not good news for you to have those kind of headlines.
Howie, it's business, and these things happen in business. Do you think the people of Massachusetts want me to fold? Should I have just voted to double the tolls, or not to fire Bechtel, or not to fire Aloisi, or not to take on Amarillo and
I mean,
Swift?
we're in a different era now. I mean, you got to move on beyond the turnpike. I mean, I know we're still paying tolls, but that's in the past now, Christy.
No, what is right, and I'm a stand-up guy, and I'm not a fit-in guy. If you want a fit-in guy, vote for my opponent. Really, they'll give you what you got today. I'm looking for accountability, full access, full transparency, and that's what I've been all about, Howie. You've been right there along watching this thing go. But I'm not going to change my stripes at my age.
Okay, Christy, we appreciate you being with us, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, that's Christy Mihos. Again, he's got some lawsuits pending on for bills that his former vendors claim hasn't been paid to them, that they owe more than $600,000. 1-877-469-4322. I'm Howie Carr.